just the beginning portions of it, not the entire move, just so your mind is just boom, boom. So we'll start with me, just to see how bad I do. Just, boom, boom. Good, I went too far, let's do it again. Ready, go. Boom, boom. There we go. Again, go. Boom. No, really swing. Don't try to miss it. Yeah, exactly. Good, good, exactly. Okay, good turn. Ready? Good, go back. So start with your hands out for distance, and then your right hand's gonna come up. No, stay there, don't move. Your right hand's gonna come up, and your left hand's gonna come down across your body. And then yes, it's gonna be flat, hand up, and you're just gonna push back just a little bit, just to get out of range. And every time you heard it hit my hand, and that's why this hand is here. And then from there, as you're back, you want to kind of get the ball of your foot ready to jump in and get into that position. And then swing again, please. Boom, boom. I like this grip compared to trying to do this where you pull away. I like this grip where I'm at least behind the elbow, sometimes even up here, where I can still slide down and use my shoulder, and then from there slide down. Boom. Right. And so don't think you have this for too long, because time is ticking before they get too smart. They switch hands or something else happens. So you have it for a little bit where they're pulling, and you got to quickly slide down, get the stick, and throw that mule kick, either to the knee, and when you throw it like you mean it. And I would even say maybe the ankle, kind of like kicking that from underneath them as you're pulling the stick should kind of be almost like a sweep to me in my head. May or may not work. Let me show you what I mean. Back here, good. And even then, I'm not as high as I want to be, but I have this. And sometimes my thumb may be out, but I'm really still just focusing on this thumbless grip. And then from there, sliding down. Even if you pull back. Not that way, like you were doing with the elbow, bending the elbow. Good. Coming back this way like this. So you see, most people will try to, they may do that one too, but usually they'll try to pull back that way, because that was the motion, that was the initial motion, like swinging like this. So boom, and then you try to pull back again, and then as you're releasing right there, or relaxing, or trying to hit me with it, so try to hit me exactly would be your transition. So let me show you what I mean. So going back here, they're gonna try and see what I did. So watch this. So your initial grab, great. I'm still gonna try to pull back and try to yank my way out, and that is your chance. Exactly. And like I said, so most of my weight, so now that I'm feeling it, most of my weight is on this leg. Now what you could do also, this is a real simple one, is kick that ankle from underneath them, really move it out, not just a kick, but just like a sweep. Like a good little sweep. Pick that leg up, boom. So your arm is also here. You have a stick. Might be some. I don't like really step too many steps in the move. So as you're pulling, sweep the leg. So pull, boom, yeah, and more pull out that way. Pull out that way. Here, and as we're here, let's see. I see where you're having problems.
Got a lot of weight on that leg.
Yeah, there's a lot of weight. Okay. And I was pulling more that way with the weight. So I would say maybe just go for the kick, just a regular kick, either to the knee or to the body. Yeah, don't worry about that sweep, because the sweep's not there. Not like I thought it was, because I was feeling that you could pull, but even with that weight, yeah.
Or unless they push them back.
Yeah, doesn't work. Boom. Nope. Yeah, so I would just kind of go for a kick here. Just to me, it's too close to the body. Yeah, you can stomp the foot if you want, but I would say maybe just the kicks here. Boom. And take it out, and just use that kick also like a leverage to get the stick out. Ready? Back in. Good. Yep. And then as they do that, that's your time. Good. There you go. If you get it in the beginning, great. If you don't, because they're trying to jerk back, that's when you wait for the second time. There may not be a third time, because in the third time is when they'll switch hands. So it's kind of like that count that people do. All right, here I come. 1, 2, and on the third one they come. So it's 1, 2, they switch hands or something. Number two is the dive in. So you're here. Exactly. Have your hand here. Don't have it off your head. If it's off your head, you're gonna hit your head. So just already have it here. Exactly. And then at least get to here. Slide down the hand. And then it may pull back, so be aware of that too. But as soon as you make contact, go, boom, and that's why you have to keep the pressure on the chest. So if you're here and you're swinging, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Exactly. So my initial response is hook here and grab it. Yours may be a headlock next. I don't know. You're not gonna get a full one. You know, I have more leverage with you because I'm right next to your hip.
Flip around and hold on to the right.
So dive in, good, good, and really, yeah, really get in tight. There you go, and keep that. Yeah, you want to be glued to them. Start over. Good again. So we're here. Boom. Yeah, you want to be glued, and then from there you can go for that initial strike, which is to the bicep, or you can miss that strike altogether. You can go for an elbow right to the head. So pull back. Boom. Yeah, because to me the strike to the bicep is an extra step. Yeah, which could work, but then these two that you just did were the best ones. So 1, 2, good, and that slap to the back of the head is going to be what really helps. And then right into the knee. So slap to the back of the head, right into the knee. The knee's going to be to the face, good, and then step back and windmill. And then for me, I'm thinking about my move. So yep, drive it to the ground. Drive the hand to the ground. Exactly. And you want to get over, so bring your foot. There you go. And get closer. Get closer. Good. You don't have to drop down, but you want to at least get closer. You don't have to even put that there. Yep, because you have your weight here. So you have your tripod. This here, your 2 feet there, and then you can go into Kaju ground fighting, which is pretty much just knees to the head or kicks to the back of the head. You know, whatever.
I'm not taking, with this knee to the head, I'm not taking my foot up off the ground. Just dropping the knee.
You could, yes. You can just drop. So obviously like a dance. Yeah, twisting. Yeah. There you go. Yep, that's how you just do it. So anytime you see the Kaju ground fighting, called ground fighting, there's always a lot of twisting, raking to the eyes, you know, even reaching out as far to rake to the groin, too far away. You know, and then here, coming around, different things like that. Maybe one day we'll kind of work on those. Just kind of throw the strikes. All right, number 3. 5 minutes. Okay. A little bit more than that. Over the head. Good. So for that one, dive in, both hands up. Good. Keep this arm straight. Good, exactly. Yep. Bend it and out. Bend your fingers just a little bit. Yeah. And then keep this straight until it hits right here to the elbow. In the front and the back. Good. Let's do it again. That's the most important part. Just getting that. Good. 1, 2. We'll see it. Good. So the next step will be a little skip forward. So not a big step, skip forward. So feet together. So over here, so you're here, and I have you here, just a skip. Because you could just take a big step, but now you're off balance.
Your feet are way farther back in the beginning.
So the reason why I say take a skip, keep all your weight pressure forward on them. Boom, boom, boom. Weight pressure forward. So I'm here, weight pressure forward, and then get here. And then if you think it's taking too long, reach hand will probably be the best thing. And actually this hand is here, not here, not over here. So it'll be here. So it'll be here, and I can even have a little bit of a clinch here, but no, I'm not even gonna get there. Because I'm already thinking about my opponent being smarter and what they're gonna do next. So we're just gonna focus on the actual technique. So here, forward and back. Good, and then make sure you grab my shoulder first. This is part of my shoulder. Up here, sorry. Keep tapping this hand, but this is gonna go here. Yep, you're gonna let go and grab my shoulder. Good. And now you're gonna lean your body weight forward, and you're gonna push. You're gonna bring this foot, nope, go back. Bring that foot to this foot. Just step, and now step forward. Good, now go back. Good, now see how fast you did it backwards? Do it. There you go. Quick. There you go, yep. Now what you can also do too, because we're here, is you can skip, or you can come in, you can knee, sorry, and then get there, you know, but that's too many steps for me, but I just saw it available, you know, or, you know, just dive right into here, you got the stick out of their hands, you know, go for some knees, punches, whatever.
So you see that whenever, while you're skipping, they're kind of taking the opportunities if they can?
They might be able to, so it's the front of the knee, back of the knee.
Like for the initial part, you're putting all the pressure on this leg to keep it in.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really do
Oh,
that.
I see, I see. Yeah.
This leg is like heavy, but once you start to move, then I'm gonna like wanna.
So, the only martial art I can think of in terms of something like this and what we're doing, it's like wrestling. Wrestling, they're always putting pressure, going into the next move. And so, jiu-jitsu, there's a certain order you do. But after you got the hand here, 1, 2, I'm already kind of thinking about that next step. 1, 2, grab, and I'm already thinking pressure into here. But see, right there, I see what my problem was. Your foot's already in front, so I don't need to do the skip. If the foot's in front, you just go right forward, and you're looking down. But if you need to, boom. It can even be a little baby skip. Like right there, there's a baby skip. What's not cool? Yeah.
Try to dodge it.
Yeah, and even if you dodge it, go ahead. Boom. Boom. Keep that pressure and keep that up. Yeah. And the only way this will really work, to be honest with you, Oliver, is when you practice a lot. Because then you start.
A lot of dancing.
Yeah, a lot of dancing and a lot of trial and error. And then that's when you start to realize probably a principle that's there that you didn't realize before.
Like timing, and some timing.
And timing. That's why people say you can't learn jiu-jitsu at home, because there is a little timing mechanism in there. You can do the move, you can think of how your partner's going to time it, but it's not as real as a live 200-pound opponent, 150-pound opponent. They're all going to be different. Smaller guy's going to be a little quicker, but may weigh a little lighter. But the bigger guy's going to put a lot more pressure on you. Or you may not even be able to get this, or you putting his head up. Well, this to me is the only equalizer. Is once you're there, lifting that head up. Being careful, of course, you don't snap their neck, but it's life or death right now, you know, because we don't know what they really want to do. They had a weapon. All right, so number 5. No, number 4. Sorry.
Yes. It's nice. 5.
5. So right up here with your right hand, and just dive straight in, upper block. Keep it strong, muscle tight. Ready? There you go. There you go. Yep. Boom. Good. That's fine. That's fine. Even if that happens. Good. So always remember.
Kind of methodical too, like too methodical.
You are, but that's okay. I figure you're just trying to make sure you get that motion here. Always remember to keep this elbow up here. As soon as the elbow drops here to the chest, you no longer have that walk back. You're immediately going to step back on this leg and go into it. But you can go into a throw. Yeah. So you're here, and as soon as that elbow, so you had it up here, and the elbow drops, you drop with it. You step back immediately, and you go down to the knee.
And this is
It could be. Now you're going into Kaju. Like Kaju's like, oh, we're gonna punch him, we're gonna elbow, we're gonna back fist, and then we're gonna go. And it's like too many steps. Right. So for me, it's here, and so you can think of this as a punch here, or you can go a little further. This would be a little more Kaju, where you're kind of raking or hitting right into here as a distraction, and just, or you could slap. You could slap into that. So that those are some ways I can see Kaju people doing it. Here, yep. That was actually smooth. The way you went into that. Before you were going a little bit too far or too, but that was a good one. Good. There you go.
I'm thinking about the elbow now.
Yes, always think about the elbow. Never.
The knife like kind of up and behind you.
There you go. There. The stick or the knife, because this is knife 5 too. So, whoop, yep. And then as soon as your elbow tries to come down, yep, and that's why I'm picking it up. But as soon as it does, you roll right into here. And then you can get that kind of groundwork in there if you need to. Boom. Or even the tip of the knee, right there to the floating ribs. You know, until you get the disarm from the gooseneck. Remember to have a little bit of control. Back of the head, top of the head. Yeah.
Pacers, no. Pacers win.
Trying to think. Next stick. Oh, over the head. So the next stick is over the head. Dive in. Cross block. Right into here.
Like the principles of the cross block come in.
Mm-hmm. So here. And then this may have not been. No, it was right. Yeah. Because this is going to go through this. This is just going to come out. I'm just trying to think.
Whatever one's on top is the way you're going, right?
Yeah, because it doesn't, to me, it doesn't, I mean, it matters. This is always going to be quicker. But that's if you know which hand is
That's
coming.
the one that's right there on it.
Mm-hmm. So if you switch hands, or just put the other arm up, you don't have to even switch one. Yeah. So whatever one's in front. But even then, I can still go for it. There's a little friction right there. Friction right there. Wait, am I on the same hand? No, I'm not.
No, whichever hand you need to do, because you're not going to get just the weight of your own hand.
Yeah, no, you're. That's why practice comes into play. So go for the cross block, and just go. Yep. So no, twist it out. So let me show you. Hook. Twist it out. Go to the elbow. Maybe that's what you did. Maybe I can see. Do it again. Push it. Yep. So here, here. Where's the one? Oh, that's from. Yeah. Just to the ground, or you can use your body weight. Try to drop down. Okay. So could go to that right there. I wasn't trying to throw you. That's all. So. Yeah, you can go into that one where there's just a redirectional throw here. And as soon as you pop here, so pop the elbow here, even if they're standing up, dive your arm in, kind of gooseneck it, and then go for the wrist.
Or Americano.
Yep. Right here.
And what about, did you ever miss a baseball bat kind of style?
So our one baseball bat is we step in, and let's do it again one time. We're supposed to be here for the elbow. So hands are here, grip here, here, right into this, and then this is supposed to be a full on, even if you break the elbow, full on throw.
It's almost easier, huh? Because they're just
They're
one
gripping.
thing.
And
Instead of even having to do it with the second hand.
Yeah. Jiu-jitsu technique is dive in and actually drop it too soon. But yeah, hitting this here on this side, and it's right into a throw. I think it's this side. Maybe switching right into a throw. Yeah, I learned that one from.
With the momentum. They're
Gibson
coming in with
Gracie.
that heavy bat, right?
Yeah. So it's arm up. It's kind of like arm up. Boom. Right into here. I want to say it's here. Because I can't get the throw on the other side. Unless I'm here. Nope, I can't get the throw. I mean, unless I'm just gripping, step behind, and go for the toss. I have to look. I got that one from Mr. Gracie. Get that one. It was a dive. It was a double wrap.
But you kind of, you're attacking the wrists and the hands kind of at that point, right?
The elbows. Well, at that point. But you want to get to the elbows.
Initially.
Because the elbows, because if I have this, you can still kind of jerk back. You can jerk back and get out of there. But if I have the elbows, now you can't jerk back. You know, it's a little harder. And then you can't switch hands either. because you got 2 hands in there, you know, and then. But yeah, those are a few baseball ones. You know, that dive is one. I think there is. I want to say he's an under. Oh no, baseball. Oh. No, doesn't work. Yeah, I would either go for the Kajukenbo where I block it, you know, right into there, or I was there, you know, right to a rep.
You might
You know.
get hit with the hand.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit. You're gonna hit with something. Something's gonna hit that. Exactly.
You won't get it back.
And that's why when you do it, this one may or may not be good because depending on their force, how hard they're hitting, they can go right through that. You know, that's why you have to make sure these these frames have to be strong. You know, and just like say you're swinging it. Where I'm going with the momentum of the bat compared to being where you expected me to be at. Boom. So that right there would be bad. But if say you're let's use another example. Throw around us kicking me. You lose the momentum after a while. You know, if I'm going with the flow of it. Same thing with the hook. If the hook is going this way, and I'm going away from it, I'm taking all that power away because eventually it slows down. So eventually the momentum of the swing slows down. Yeah. Unless you're really playing baseball, but even then with baseball, this is the peak. You know, once you go through, it's still there, but like right about there was like because when they hit home runs, they're not doing this and then hitting a home run.
They're leading force with force, right?
Right. So you may still get hit a little bit on the tail end, but it's not going to be as bad as when you were right in front of them. So
and they're also going to be a little bit more off balance at that point too, right?
I think so. Let me see if they're here. Yeah, because
Coming through.
yeah, right about there. You know.
Grab it and like push it through.
Yeah. You could or try it. Here. Could. My only thing is the baseball bat. Go ahead. You'd have to kind of like catch the bat compared to maybe stopping it or at least having your hands up. So what this reminds me of is spinning backwards. All I want you to do is step in, put your hands up, and kind of block my shoulders right now.
Yeah.
That is the same exact thing. So you just step in and just kind of stop him from right there on the impact. Boom.
Here comes that.
Right.
That's that.
The only difference is that this is supposed to go all the way through there. So you could also go that way. So if I'm exactly. And now I've lost all that momentum on the strike. So those are the 2 ways you can stop, like a spinning back fist. But to me, the same principle counts for a bat. Just kind of boom. I'm here. And then I'm getting in. Like this.
He sits on you and here they come, right?
Just
Just expect them to come.
dive in.
Dive in.
Yeah. So you may catch something, but the only thing you don't want to do is stand there. The only thing you don't want to do is
Get hit.
yeah, walk back and now you're hit. You know, unless you just kind
going
of
back is your
it's part of your plan. Yeah, like you kind of knew. Like you see in the movies, they always do that. They don't get out of the way. So stuff we got to bring up. You see, good.
What if?
Good idea. What if they have to be there?
That's reality, you know?
Yeah. Word over. Excellent. June. So probably June, July, August. So we'll start just kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll start just kind of getting everything down to what you need. Well, of course, we'll add a little extra, like things you'll need for your next belt, just to kind of have you head start with those techniques. But working on form number 5, you get 4 for this, right? Okay. So, okay. What you're looking for is that for sure. We're good. And then I'll start you on 5 because there's certain things in 5 that people, it takes them a while to get, which is from this block, these 2 blocks in the strike. Like they like to swim into it, but it's just, it seems really rigid, but but it's supposed to just be flowy. Right into your punch.
Two blocks.
So you turn, and it's this in and out forward stance right into it. So as soon as you land the forward stance, your hand is already coming up for the block. The block, and for the punch.
Yeah.
The punch. And that's what I mean by it, it's a little flowy. It should be. Here, even all of this, like even though it has the snap, it still flows. Flows. See, as I turn, I'm already blocking. So for me, I like to do an inward block kind of thing for my downward block. I never just go right to my shoulder. I'm always clearing space. And then right into the block, boom. And then even for that one, so look, for the first block, down. For the second block, inward block, again, down. And then right into your punch, right, left. Good. And the next part, good. And even, say, it's like right now, I'm not doing my form full out, but I'm still adding snap behind it. Everything has a little snap. I'm still grounding my feet. Here. We're not trying to make it rigid where you see me looking robotic. Say again?
Bad habit.
Yeah, it becomes because when we work on snap, we want you to be rigid, and then eventually we want you to kind of smooth it out into like this whip motion, where anything you do, it flows right into a snap, move, snap, and then that's just kind of how you fight. Like if I was coming to throw a back fist, like it was smooth on its way out, and I was rigid at the very end. And even if it was a combo, each one is supposed to hit a certain way, but it's not supposed to be. Like if you are doing that,
That I can see coming.
you can see coming. And sometimes that may have a place. Like when you're throwing those techniques, and maybe kind of, to me, I would do it as like a confusion. From quick, one, I would come a little more rigid, but I would still be fast on the attacks. If there were body strikes, boom, boom, back off, see what they're gonna do, smooth it out, to where you have different tempos.
Right. It's rigid doesn't necessarily mean harder.
No, rigid could be where you generate power, but your flowy may actually hurt them more. Yeah, that whipping motion. So it just all depends. Sir, good job. Excellent work again. And yep.